right, everybody. I'm Franki Moscato. Maybe you saw me at the expo stage at 12 o'clock. So a little bit about me. You might know me as a national anthem singer for the Milwaukee Bucks. I was twice invited. They asked me to sing for the playoffs this year, but they told me I have to get a COVID vaccine, and I'm just not ready for that right now. But that was a no, unfortunately. But for the Packers, I was invited back. You might have seen me for Miss Wisconsin pageants. But today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my story. It's pretty interesting. If you want to hear it, I'll be playing some of my originals today. But I'll be talking about kind of why I become such an advocate for teen suicide prevention, and a little bit about my foundation to fight teen suicide. So I'm going to share with you a story. So the last text on Cody's phone was from his ex-girlfriend. It read, "Then do it." And Cody shot himself in the head when he was 16 from the driver's seat of his truck. And Emily from my class was 17 when she broke and hanged herself from her grandparents' garage. And Gabe was 16, and I went to his funeral. And Gabe hanged himself with a dog leash from his unfinished basement ceiling. These kids, they didn't want to die. They just didn't want to keep living with the suffering that they were feeling, and they didn't know how to cope with it. And you know, growing up as I did should have caused me to take my own life too. So when I was in the 4th grade, my dad said, "Frankie, you don't have to be the best at something to get noticed." He praised me, saying that your great character will get you noticed and the rest will come. And you know, his flattery came at a good time because I was preparing for my very first talent show. I sang Paul McCartney's "Let It Be" on the piano, and I sang it. And you know, thinking back now, that song choice was so poignant because I was the last performer of the night, and I received the only standing ovation of the evening. And I remember my Opa was still alive, and he was beaming with pride. But sadly, this performance set in motion what could have been a recipe for disaster and my taking my own life. You know, you see, my dad saying that I didn't have to be the best. It set me free, and it gave me the confidence to pursue my dreams. And that huge standing ovation, that also gave me the confidence. And I really started to sing a lot, and people noticed me. I was in the newspapers, I was even in the news. And you know, my dad was right, I wasn't a great singer, but it was my character that led me to get invited to sing for the Green Bay Packers when I was 11, and getting invited to sing patriotic songs for my local veterans, and getting invited by the Bucks. I was deemed Newsmaker of the Year for the Amaro Herald. I was only 11 years old. Well, all of that special attention did not sit well with kids my age. They made it really hard for me to enjoy my passion for school. And you know, I loved school. I loved homework. They kind of glamorized that it was cool to hate Frankie. You know, as only a 7th grader, I was more than mentally and emotionally crushed. So I started writing a journal, and I would turn these little poems into songs. So this is the first song I ever wrote. Here it is. It's just me sitting here all alone, filled with fear, insecure, not for sure what to do, feeling blue. Me, myself, and I. All my friends whispering near, really wanting me to hear all the thoughts and the words they say about me. Coming out like a tree. I'm a candle burning on. My soul just wants to shout. It's just me, myself, and I. What's the goal? I don't know. try to shoot me down. They can't shoot me down. So I ask them why they try to leave me to cry. Do I go and say goodbye? Say goodbye. I was a candle burning out. My soul just wanted to shout, but now it's me, myself, and I, and my ukulele, my ukulele, my ukulele. Love my ukulele, my ukulele. Thank you. Yeah, so that was my very first song, and that's how I coped with my grief. I wrote music, and but unfortunately the hate really escalated, and when it was clear that my counselor and my principal were not interested in my plight, and they gave all their attention to the criminals and drug addicts that they accepted, I transferred to a Catholic school mid-7th grade, and I'm not gonna lie, at first it was amazing. Everyone was just so nice to me, and while I watched a lot of drama, it had nothing to do with me. But somewhere about a month into it, I found out that they were all just acting nice to me, and you know, my small class of kids was just riddled with head games and lies and backstabbing. It was kind of like everyone was on an island playing a game to fight for survival. And day to day, you were either shark or you were shark bait. You know, I was a cantor at my school, and because my name was often in the spotlight, you know, that singer girl who performs, it was my blood that was easiest to trace. And you know, I was their easiest target, and my days of sleepovers and birthday party invitations were totally over. And so this was 7th grade, and my songs started getting more elaborate, and I wrote about escaping. So you might have heard this today at the expo stage. This is Time Machine. 1,000 years since I was born on a planet I once knew. I travel now without control from the world spinning out of you. No intentions of coming home. This is where I belong. I'm leaving everything behind. It's destination. I'm moving on, moving on. I'm going to a place where I survive. Fly in my time machine. Bending light over stars in the galaxies. Nothing could ever come between me and my flying time machine. I'm dancing How's the volume, everybody? Is the volume good? Yeah? All right. So in my summer after 7th grade, I obtained an event permit to perform solo concerts at the Square in Oshkosh. And during the early morning farmers markets, and the name of my performance is called Inspiration Celebration. It didn't take long for me to be known as the singer girl who performs in downtown Oshkosh. Photos of me started showing up in travel guides and social media posts. And I started getting invitations from other surrounding cities to perform at their festivals and markets. I attended a 3-day volleyball camp, and among more than 200 girls, I was awarded the coveted Coaches Award for Best Character. And this is it's all stems from what my dad told me about character. So when school started back up again in 8th grade, I literally found it impossible to rekindle friendships. After a whole summer of them hearing about me and seeing me perform around the state, they wanted nothing to do with me, and anybody that was even seen talking to me would immediately be chastised, and they would cave to the mob. So I was a fast pitcher, and I helped lead my Catholic school to an undefeated season. We won conference championships, but I received a trophy and we got a team photo, but I received no love from my school, and I was in a really dark place. I lost my passion for learning. I wasn't interested in eating or sleeping, and it turned out that every single conversation wasn't about school and learning. It was about coping with drama and bullies at school. So in the summer of 8th grade, one of my songs caught the attention of a local filmmaker, and so we filmed a music video, and that video won Best Film in the London Film Awards and the Hollywood Film Festivals. And you'd think that I'd be on cloud 9, but definitely not, because I had just dug a deeper hole for myself. And there were even teachers that were siding with this divisive drama that they concocted. And so I stuck it out one more agonizing year at the school, and I won the Honorable Freshman Kindness Award. And of course, none of that mattered to my haters. So my parents reached out to the principal and the counselor, and I sent private messages to my teachers asking them to help me with this bullying, and none of them responded. It was actually my softball coach who recognized what was going on under the radar, off the field and in the dugout, and so he introduced my family to this online school called Wisconsin Connections Academy. And at that point, my rain clouds parted and this beautiful rainbow shined brilliant before me. I realized that all of my suffering was necessary for all of my dots to connect and my aspirations to be attained. I could have easily mirrored the characters of my peers, but I chose kindness, and I continue to inspire it as a platform of mine to children. And instead of asking them to have good character, I try to inspire them to be kind. And I wrote a song called "I Will Rise" that I performed for them, and I try to inspire them, to give them hope and confidence, and I'll play it for you now. There's always light in the darkest night, a better person from the fight seems from my weakest fall I rise. No more tears raining from my eyes, wanna see me weak and fall, but you lift me up, so I am tall. Yes, from my weakest fall I rise. I hope my story will save lives, 'cause I stand tall today. Nothing's in my way, and I will rise. I will shine. Oh, I will find today. Nothing's in my way, and I will rise. I will shine. Oh, I will find my way to you. Oh, so come follow me. Yeah, so come follow me. Oh, so come follow me. Unleash your strength. 'Cause I stand tall today. Nothing's in my way, and I will rise. We will shine. Oh, we will find our way to you, our way to you. Thank you so much. So yes, we filmed another award-winning music video to that song, and over 500 people signed up to be in it, wearing those Be Kind t-shirts. It was amazing. It's all based on kindness. You know, some people might believe that the best kindness is the kindness that happens anonymously, but you know, I love that so much. But that concept of hiding in the shadows is a beautiful thing. But I think that I fear, you know, that the world is full of so many people who don't know what real kindness looks like. You know, they don't see it in their homes or in their circles or in public until they're inspired to feel the buzz of real, genuine kindness. You know, that they won't know what it feels like. And so that's the primary focus in my talks. I encourage kids to show kindness that other people can actually see and learn from. You know, pick up somebody else's garbage in the parking lot, put away abandoned shopping carts. You know, help a family with you know, a disabled person get the wheelchair in the van. You can use your imagination. There's an unlimited opportunity to be kind. So teach it, learn it, live it, show it. So I'm 19 years old now. I graduated in 2020 from Wisconsin Connections Academy. I went there for 3 years, and my experience was just amazing. You know, everyone was so nice to me, and I had flexibility to volunteer at 2 hospitals and audition for American Idol, which I won the coveted gold ticket to Hollywood. Oh, thank you. And, you know, again, I was able to get invited back by the Packers to sing for them, and get invited by the Bucks. And I was contacted for the first time from the Brewers. And, you know, to this day, I still get a lot of cyberbullying. I had one post with over 500 comments of this group of haters that I have right in my hometown, and, you know, they'll say things that are pretty bad, and you know, sometimes we got to get the police involved. But you know, they'll say, you know, she thinks she's a god because she uses vibrato, and you know, but it feels good to get it off my chest and talk about it. But you know, I know that there's a lot of kids out there that have it way worse, and you know, we got to be there for them. And so, you know, I continue to travel and speak around at schools, and you know, I take a lot of pride in my work, but I recognize that I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor or a social worker. But 1 out of 5 students who receive mostly D's and F's attempt suicide. You know, let's start there. I see schools and communities who need more than what I can provide in a 50-minute Franki presentation. You know, they need seasoned professionals to put into place sustainable teen suicide prevention programs. And so, with that important dream, I created the Franki Moscato Foundation to do just that, and bring in those professionals and allow communities to be able to access these resources with us granting money to them. And, you know, with all of my dealings in life, I am most proud of this endeavor. So my message is focused on what my dad instilled back in me, back in 4th grade during my talent show, character. You know, we can't control the color of our skin or the attributes that our God gives us, but we can control our character that defines our being in this world. You know, kindness can really work miracles. And so at school, I'm talking to kids of divorced parents, some living with their grandparents. You know, I know that I'm literally talking to kids who are homeless. But it's our character that can lift us up from anything. Again, kindness works miracles, and I'm hell-bent on saving kids from that very same dark place that could have taken my own life. So thank you, everybody, for sticking around today. I'm going to play my last song. God bless you, and I hope to see you tomorrow at the expo stage. Light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. When childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance that you can. It won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you've got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. When it's hot, popsicle, shut off the AC and roll the windows down. Let that summer sunshine always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, turn around and help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind. Oh, the door, say please, say climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and thank you, everybody. God bless you. Thank you so much.